Okay, so I am the host for today's meeting, and my name is Emilia Miki, but I like being called Emily, which is why my name on the screen is Emily Miki. And I am the founder and CEO of Dennis Miki Foundation. I'm going to forgive me with the noise. The office is along the road, so we have cars and bikes walking around, so you pardon me for that. And my co-host today is Victor Echi. He is the project assistant at the Dennis Miki Foundation. He has experience in international relations and cooperation and holds a master's in international relations institute of Cameroon in that field. And we are happy to have you with us for today's meeting. We will go right ahead with the agenda for today. So I'll be sharing my screen right now.
What's up?
So our session today, conversation is Let's Beat COVID and Peacebuilding Conversation. This is a project idea that was proposed by my co-host, Victor, and it's something we are doing to gather information for our programs and also to influence policies across the board. So we'll be sharing a report of this conversation, not just the complete conversations. Each week we'll share a report of that across participants with our networks, with our partners, to influence policies, also influence programming, because we are changing a lot of our programs at our organization with the onset of the virus, and so we'll be looking at this information to help plan and also change the narrative and also gather the data to change processes and also share possible opportunities along with participants. So for today's session, this is our agenda. We'll be welcoming participants and setting ground rules for participation. We gave a 5 minutes time, and since we're behind time, it's not going to be long. I think I'm saying welcome, and I'll call on Victor right now to say a word of welcome to participants. And then thereafter, we'll do self-presentation. That's introducing yourself, which country you're from, what you do. And please, because it's 5 minutes, we have to make it short. So each person is not going to have up to a minute. So it's going to be brief. And you can send more information about who you are in the chat box. And then that will be captured also. So right now, Victor. Victor, are you there? Hello? I think he left the call. I don't know why. So we'll do self-presentation, and we can just go by. If you want to talk first, you just maybe go ahead. Or I think if that is going to waste time, I can just say, okay, that I will follow my screen as I click participant. So I'll start with Harun. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Harun Modena. I'm from Kenya. So actually, I'm a youth leader from Kilifi County of.
Christy, can you go next?
Hello.
Yes, Harun. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Harun Modena. I'm from Kenya, a youth leader. I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate for this session. Thank you.
You're welcome. Christy.
Can you hear me?
Yes, but you're low.
Oh, let me see. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Christy.
I'm Chrissy. Anang Ijang. I'm from Kumba, Cameroon, and well, I'm happy to be here, and I was so excited to learn about this session, so I decided to register and participate.
Thank you. You're welcome. Rehan.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Rehan.
Okay, I am Riham El Gibeli. I am a co-founder of an NGO in South Egypt, and thank you for inviting me for this session. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Christine. Hello, Christine. Are you there? Okay. I don't know if it's getting us, but then we'll just move on to, as participants coming, we'll continue with the introductions. So one thing I'll ask is, there's a possibility to rename yourself. If you click on the participants, you see an option where you click on your name and you can rename yourself. So I'll want for each one to name themselves and put a comma and put their country, so that it's easy for recording. Like I just did mine, Emily Mickey, comma, Cameroon. So please, we can do that in just like a minute. And then the next item on the agenda is introducing our work in relation to COVID and peace building in Cameroon. So I'm going to stop sharing the slides right now and take us to a video. Okay, I'll read what Christine just wrote on the chat. He said, "Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm Kenyan. I'm male, and a peace building student. Happy to be here. I'm also a M&A officer in a women disability-led community-based program. Sorry, my mic has issues. Kindly allow me to introduce myself through the time." Thanks, Christine. You're welcome, and hope Kenya is good this morning. I hope you're seeing your Kenyan brother Harun as well. So right now, I will go to share our screen again, but I'll be playing a video. I hope this will play right, and you can hear the sound. Okay. Please let me know if you can hear the sound.
So in case where you get letter, we want letters alone. you take the aloe vera, like cut out this sharp place there. When the aloe vera, pick for this set, like for me, easier for you. So you divide the aloe vera in. Now your hands. So in case you get a blender where you want blender, you cut, you use your knife or your spoon, you cut this clear gel with it from the cut out this clear gel. You do also for all the aloe vera, then you put the inside blender, you blend them, you become the same like this one. So you get aloe vera gel when you take out of the aloe vera. You get alcohol. Because of this stick, nobody does alcohol or turn and beer for bar. And stick, where you go to one stick. The main thing is not below 75%. Each time you look at the bottle for the stick, you'll see the percentage of alcohol within inside. You want at 95%. The British Indian will say 99%. So it should not be less than 75%. They can be between 99 and 75. You have sanitizer. Then we'll get glycerin. This glycerin is clear glycerin. Some now I don't mix carbon inside or anything. So if you want to buy glycerin, buy the normal white one. Now glycerin is optional. If you use glycerin, you don't use glycerin. Use the glycerin for make and send me the tea and it's for tea.
Learn how to make hand sanitizer. You're just using aloe vera, glycerin, and you mix them together to make aloe vera. And
before now, were you able to make the hand sanitizer locally? No. But because of this training, I'm able to do that. How old are you?
So how do you wear your face mask? Show your friends on the camera. I do. Cover your mouth and your nose. So you always have to protect yourself like that. So you are telling your friends now that They should protect themselves not to.
Yes.
Does coronavirus affect children also?
Not sure.
You're not sure. That's why we came here to tell you that coronavirus affects children. So it's not only for adults, because many people think that it's just the big people that can have coronavirus or old people. But you also as a child can have it. That's why you have to keep your hands clean at all. So the engagement is that you wash your hands always as much as possible, not so. And you always have your hand sanitizer. Okay. So you can make hand sanitizer now.
Yes.
How do you make it?
We use aloe vera, Vaseline, and spirit, and then you mix them together.
Just locally. So are you happy about the event that we had today?
Yes.
You want to recommend that we continue doing it?
Yes.
Are you sure? So if we're coming again, you bring us friends?
Yes.
You bring how many friends? And the four bring four each also?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, start.
My name is
Iswa Sanabile. I live in Bukwango. I'm 11 years old.
okay. And do you know about coronavirus?
Yes, I know about coronavirus. They usually teach us in school, but now that they say that we should not go to school again, we learn just in the
Okay. So today we came from the Peacebuilding Foundation and you are able to learn some new things about the virus.
Yes, I learned that they have taught us here that we should normally wash our hands to keep our environment clean, and they also taught us how to make the hand sanitizer. We use aloe vera, Vaseline, and spirit to make the hand sanitizer.
And that is to help you disinfect your hands.
Yes.
Okay. So now that you've had this new knowledge, how will you share with your other friends?
But as I've learned here now, I'll walk around and teach others how to make it. And I'll teach them how to prevent coronavirus.
Okay. So what are the ways to prevent coronavirus?
Always wash your hands after every 20 minutes. And also avoid places where people are gathered many. And always when you want to cough, don't cough like this.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you're happy that we came here today and you're taking the engagement that you do and teach your friends. So please continue to do that because everybody has the responsibility to maintain things and order and to promote the health of everyone. Because even this small boy can have coronavirus. But then for you to help him, you have to teach him how to take care of himself. Because when he's playing, there's no one as a young an elder teacher teaching that he should cough like this. When someone is by him, he also tells them, be sorry. Thank you. Okay, great. That was a recap video of our work as regards coronavirus, and added to just teaching communities on how to produce locally made hand sanitizers. We've also worked in partnership with churches and other grassroots communities where we've shared free face masks. We run a lot of community awareness programs and sensitization programs. Because if you watch that video, you listen at one point, the 8-year-old girl said that children cannot have coronavirus. So in the communities, we still have a lot of people, especially young girls, which is why today's topic is going to be focused on the African child, the girl child in particular, how coronavirus has affected her. And we will not be giving facts or information. We're having a conversation together. And that session is going to be led by my co-host, Victor. So he's going to lead that session. I think he doesn't want to share his video because maybe he doesn't want to see his faces. Yeah, so but then he's going to be taking on from them. And just give me a second. Once he finishes with that session, we'll be going back. But before he comes on with that session, I will just want to maybe have a recap of why we're having this conversation. In the email invitations we received, it was said that the purpose for this idea or concept is because we believe that a lot is happening and people talking about this are not those who are affected really at the grassroots level. So a lot of policies and politicians are doing activities and making policies, but then without consultation of those at the grassroots, which is why we who are at the grassroots need to have this place where we can talk and have a conversation on what is the way forward, how it affects us, because we live in the communities, we live with these children, we live with these vulnerable groups. We are also members of these vulnerable groups, so it's high time our own voices are heard in the process. So, Victor, are you there? Victor, let me try. So what you'll be intervening on is what you'll be coordinating is the topic of the day. So I'm going to share the topic in the chat group for everyone. So he's just going to be kind of like a coordinator. So it's an in conversation for everyone. So every one of us is supposed to talk about it. And we are supposed to brainstorm. And it's going to go on for the next 20 minutes. The topic is what are the effects of COVID-19 in the empowerment of the African girl child and how can it be mitigated? So this is an open conversations from participants where we'll be handling the challenges, the possibilities, opportunities, and recommendations for the way forward post-COVID to 2030. So, Victor, you'll be coordinating this, so you have to chair the conversation. We'll begin with the challenges, and you're welcome to take the floor. And just so I introduce Victor once more, he's an international relations and cooperation expert and the project assistant at the DDC Foundation.
Okay. I would like to say thank you for having given me this opportunity to share my experience with everybody on the forum. I hope everybody's getting what I'm saying.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So the topic we have today is the empowerment of the African girl child and how it can be mitigated. So we would like to have your views on this topic because since the advent of COVID-19, we realize that so many things are going wrong. So many things are going wrong. First, with the fact that people had to go on confinement, and in the African society, we have small and medium-sized enterprises that operate and petty businesses, and we know it's mostly handled by women and the girl child that were there to assist their mom in the market to make sure everything goes on well. And also, in order to get to COVID, we realize that most of them have been sent back home. The markets have been closed. So the question is, how do you get the girl child to beat the COVID while still getting something from what she or she's doing or what she's doing to help her mom get to survive every day? So with your views and with your participation, what you're going to share with us, I know is going to be a means for us to brainstorm and see how we can beat COVID by empowering the girl child. So the floor is open for anybody who wants to share in ideas on empowerment of the girl child and COVID-19. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to maybe go first.
Huh?
I would like to go first.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so
All right. So I just like to say that first of all, I think this is a very brilliant idea, and it's very important as the COVID-19 has basically turned the entire world upside down, and it's really important for us to look at how it has really affected the most vulnerable. I think that COVID-19 has really hampered the what I'll consider the primary tool for empowerment, which is education. Because with just for instance, with the closing of schools, shutting down of schools due to this pandemic, a lot of young girls are out of school, and some of them might never even get back to school because of this break. You never know what can happen after a break like this. And also, despite the fact that the government and other private media organizations have tried to continue this education via the TV and all that, some of these students will not be able to take part because we have issues with electricity, we have issues. Some of these students are from very poor backgrounds and they just do not even have TV sets in their houses. And these are also drawbacks that are going to prevent them from getting an education, which is a very vital tool for empowerment. I also like to point out the access to, we have free online courses that have been very common these days due to this pandemic. But, you know, just like I said, these students or these pupils do not even have access to the internet as a tool that will help them to really continue to learn, talk less of having access to the electronic devices that they need to really have in order to facilitate these courses. You know, also parents and some of their sponsors might have been killed by the virus, and they might have just lost their only opportunities to further their studies or continue school. Who knows, some of them might drop out of school and get engaged in other activities. Like where I live, it was common to see young children selling face masks on the streets. That is the truth. Some of them, there was a time when I think the government was even trying to warn parents to let their children stay at home and not send them to sell on the streets. So I think that those are points that I really have to highlight on how this COVID-19 has really hampered rather the empowerment of the African child.
Okay, thank you very much. That was very enriching. I am happy that you had to talk about the educational sector, how students, how the girl child are not able to go to school, how the fact that hello? Hello?
that was background noise from one of the participants. So you can go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, fucking this fucking nigger, Alex, is doing this shit. You fucking nigger. I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna go. Everybody.
Oh my God.
Oh my, what is going on?
What's going on?
Well, are we good? So can we continue from where we stopped?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I think what you brought up was those are facts that are very pertinent, and it's what is playing in the African society right now. So without much to say, I would like to give the floor to some other person who would like to intervene on the same topic of today.
I think we're having kind of like, I don't know, maybe scam accounts coming in. Because there's
I
some
think so.
strange videos and pictures. Yeah, so I've just tried removing them.
Is it possible to identify where the problem is coming from?
Yeah, I took out the participants. Some accounts keep coming in with a particular name, and then it's just to interrupt the meeting. I think they're hack accounts.
Okay.
So you can go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, any other participant to throw more light on the issue?
So before another person speaks, I'd just like to read what Preston shared in the chat group. He said, during this pandemic, many African girl children are getting unplanned pregnancy. They are also experiencing challenges with menstrual health management, basically sanitary parts. Also, they are undergoing mental health issues, being forced to stay indoors and facing sexual gender-based violence. So those are his contributions with my contribution. Thanks for contributions, Kristen. And I just want to come in still on the topic of challenges. We've touched on education and health. I also want to look at self-esteem. You know, a lot of children get their self-esteem when they're with their peers and when they're in the school milieu. With the pandemic and the shutdown, a lot of children are losing that. And you know how that can affect the long-term individual, how you grow up, being indoors, you don't have friends to play with. And then there's a lot of gender-based violence now for real. There's a lot of gender-based violence for real. I don't know where the account keeps coming in from, but but then when I stop them, it keeps coming back and it's not supposed to. So there's a lot of gender-based violence going on right now. So I think right now we can go on to the next topic. Victor, I think maybe possibilities. Yeah, because we touched on the challenges. Let's maybe move on to the possibilities while I keep managing that hack account of trust. Hello, Victor. You can go ahead. I just enabled waiting room so that participants are allowed to come into the meeting before they can join the meeting. Maybe because I left it open, that's why the account is coming in. Hello, Victor. Hello, Victor. Okay, welcome to Phil. Hello, Teofil, you're welcome. Hello, Victor, can you hear me now? Okay, I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with his network or audio. So the next topic we're supposed to be touching on is the possibilities of empowering the African girl child because of COVID-19. You know, we've spoken about the challenges and what it has cost us, but I think it's also important to look at what are the possibilities this pandemic is bringing to us. Yes, it might be little, but then if we can catch on those, then we can build on it. Because while we build on the challenges, we also know that it's possible to build on the possibilities that can exist because of this. Hello, Harun, you're welcome back. So we are at the point of talking on the topic of the day. So I will share the topic in the chat box so you can join in. We were talking on what are the effects of COVID-19 in the empowerment of the African girl child and how it can be mitigated. So right now we just spoke on the challenges that young girls, adolescent girls are facing with COVID. If you have some points you may want to add to that, you can quickly add to it. But the next thing is supposed to be the possibilities that have come with COVID and what we can do with that.
Thank you.
So if you have anything to add, you can. And then earlier, the points were the challenges the girl child is facing as regards menstrual hygiene. That was the point from Preston in Kenya. We also spoke about their mental health and the fact that a lot of them are getting unplanned pregnancy. And earlier, we also heard Christy talk about education challenges and how it's stopping them from going to school. So if you have other points you want to add to the conversation.
So can I share some few points?
Yes, you can, yes.
So to me, I can say the main challenges the African girl child is facing during this time of the COVID-19 is that, previously, majority of the young girls used to receive their sanitary materials through schools. Majority of the young girls used to get support via the school, but due to the COVID-19, this system have been disrupted. So these girls are struggling now at home. They don't have access to these basic needs, and we don't have those community structures whereby we can approach them and support them accordingly. So to me, I can see that's the main challenge. Also, we are in different communities. Those who are from the rural areas are the ones who are struggling a lot because they don't have platform whereby they can give out their voice, you see. So to me, I feel like more those who are in rural areas are struggling because there's no suitable structure, there's no system which can engage them, because we were depending more, a lot of donors, supporters, they were using schools as an approach to engage with the young girls, but now they are in a community who will engage them direct. To me, I can feel that's the main challenge. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So can we now talk on the possibilities? Earlier I was trying to explain what exactly this is about. So the possibilities we are trying to identify here is the fact that we've seen the challenges that COVID has brought to us, but then we are also aware of the possibilities that it's brought, especially in the tech field. Say, for instance, Zoom that we're using. Zoom was known, but with COVID, Zoom has become so popular and has sold a lot in this short while. But all meetings have been transferred to virtual meetings, and Zoom is paid for, like using this account so we can record and everything. You're paying for this service. So the possibility with COVID for some tech businesses has been amazing. So when we look at the African girl, because we don't want to look at context that is not ours, when we look at our communities, when we look at our African girl, we look at our African boy as well, because gender is not just the girl, but then we're focusing on them because they're more vulnerable. So what do we think are the opportunities that COVID has brought to them? What are these opportunities? For instance, I will want to add here that one of the possibilities I see is that most young girls or the young people or the women have been able to get to know technology more, especially with just basic Android phones or computers, because now that they have to study online, they have learned new skills in the tech area, but then there are other areas that we can find this. So let me see what, yeah. So anyone wants to share? Okay, I want to read what Kristen just shared here. He said the challenge concerning unplanned pregnancy could be because of engaging in transactional sex either with peers or other persons after being coerced to do. The way to tackle this is to ensure that vulnerable girls are protected by guardian community and local administration. In Kenya, for instance, a decree was made by a high-level government official to chiefs at the grassroots that if any girl who gets pregnant in their location, they'll be held responsible. So, what other possibilities have? Because, take for instance, just with this response that Kristen has shared, I think there's a possibility here. It has made some officials to become very responsible for their citizens there, because not every one of them is just giving out or thinking about himself or what he can get with the crisis. But then some people have gained a lot of new skills. They have become people focused. Like there was a video that went viral of the Nigerian leader who talked about the fact that tax is something that is destroying the community, especially now with economic instability with the virus. So these different possibilities, what can we highlight as possibilities that have come that will empower the girl child in the future? Hello, Gabriela, you're welcome.
Hi, good morning from Mexico.
Thank you, you're welcome. So just to put you on track with Gabriela, we're on the point, we're discussing on the topic. So I'm going to share the topic once more in the chat group. And right now we are on the possibilities and opportunities available for empowering the African girl with COVID. We've looked at the challenges and now we are on the possibilities and opportunities of empowering the girl child in COVID and post-COVID up to 2030.
Thank you.
So Harun, do you have anything to add?
Okay, maybe just to be so brief. What I'm thinking is that we need to. This now my recommendation. We need to have some community structure or community systems in which, in case of anything or during holidays, we can still engage with these young girls within their community. Because I can see the main challenge previously, we were depending more on schools to have access to these young girls. But now, due to the COVID-19, we cannot engage with these young girls again, you see. So that means COVID-19 have bring opportunity for us to think creatively on how we can engage these young girls when they are within their community? How can we get them? How can we have conversation with them so that we can listen to them, hear their ideas, and react effectively? To me, that's my recommendation. Thank you.
Victor, sorry, I was muted. I didn't know. Would you want to contribute something? Hello, Victor. We can hear you. So we are at 1:30 already Cameroon time, and we had to end the meeting at 1:30. But since we started late, so I think we can go on for another 5 minutes on the topic, and then the next 5 minutes will be on networking, how we stay connected after this first session, and also the way forward for the next session. So I think maybe we don't have anything else to share because we are on possibilities, opportunities, and recommendations. So, Victor, do you have anything to share? We have participants who have been struggling to join the call because of the last situations we had, and we had to reinstall waiting room. So I've been trying to let them in, and it's been difficult, I think, maybe because of network. We had Teofil that tried coming in, Gabriella, Denise, and now Christy is still trying to get in the. I've admitted them, but they're not getting into the room. And I had to close the accessibility because of the hack account we kept having that came with those funny pictures and sounds. So that's why we just fought, and now I'm sure network isn't allowing them to continue. But I'm sure in the next call we'll try to make sure that while we are on the session, we are also live on Facebook, so we can have more people join us even from Facebook. So right now we're going to go to the next item on the agenda because we are basically at the end of the meeting, because today we had to welcome participants, set down rules, and present ourselves, which we did briefing. We also introduced what we've been doing at the Unity Foundation in respect to COVID and Peacebuilding. For the Peacebuilding, I didn't show any video or the work we do, but you can find more information on our website, denismickeyfoundation.org. And then also we introduced the concept, and we've had the conversation on the topic. Right now we're going to do question and answers. If you have maybe questions you want to throw back and want to discuss on maybe some topic that is related to what we just spoke on that you think we didn't touch on. If you want to work on that, then maybe it's time to ask those questions. And then thereafter we'll be having networking and staying in touch. So in the session for networking, what I'll quickly ask is in the chat box, you can quickly share maybe your LinkedIn link, your Twitter handles, Facebook account name, so we can send friend requests, stay in touch, and stay connected, and also work together to make this a progress. So the report we'll be doing, we'll share an editable link of the report where participants can include their logos of the organizations and also include their signatures so that it makes it a collaborative work. It should not just be work done by the Unity Foundation. So we'll share the report for the first week, and then participants and maybe those who also registered can also input their ideas on the document before the final document is prepared and is shared across our mailing list and across partners and policymakers. So right now we'll be doing question and answers and networking. And if you have anything else you want to talk on that maybe we didn't talk on, this is the time. It's an open floor. We have 10 more minutes to go before the end of the meeting. So I'm going to read what Preston has shared again. While it's true that African children from urban areas have had more time to become more familiar with IT and PlayStation, if they have access, but there is a digital divide. Rural children don't even have access to mobile phone or handset. However, after brainstorming, African parents have now spent more time with their children than ever before because of curfew. They have been forced to bond. I attest to that. I'm a very mobile single mother. I travel a lot, and because of COVID, I've been in Cameroon straight up for the last 3 months, and I spent that time with my mom, my daughter. She's 6, so it's really been a moment where we've bonded more. Because for the last 6 months, I've been always out of the house, either for a consultation meeting in Cameroon, somewhere in another town, or a field outreach in another community. So really, that is really true. There's been more time for bonding between parents and children right now, and we've seen them getting to know themselves better and teach those children cultural things and transfer experiences of knowledge. That's true. And then he continues to say, normally African parents don't spend time with kids because they're too busy working and come late. So now they are strengthening their bond because of curfew stay at home orders. Still very true. So the family aspect of developing children is now being built at a stronger and better level. Victor, do you have anything you want to share? Hello? Carson says African kids are also contributing in kind to support others by donating in kind, clothes, foodstuff. Very true. That is key. True. I've had my colleague, she's the founder of Blessings Actually for Women. Frida, her son had his birthday, and the money she gave him, or one of her friends gave him for his birthday, he took that money after hearing the stories of one of the communities we visited, and said, "Mom, oh, I want to support the children in that community." I heard you talking and said they don't have face masks, so they got 3 face masks and made it donation. So kindness has been built in children. True. That's good to know. And I will just add to that saying, for real, we've had a lot of new peace activities coming up. A lot of young children now are becoming so involved in community initiatives because, because they are no longer in school and the fact that they ask a lot of questions, they have come to realize that they can also be part. I always see them telling their friends, this is not how you cough. This is how you're supposed to cough. Cough like this. So you find a small child at maybe 3, 4, telling another who makes a mistake and coughs like this, like, no, you're not, you're supposed to do this. So we've seen them also getting into the whole activism thing, awareness creation thing amongst their peers. Have you washed your hands? They have become responsible of themselves and their friends. Because most of what we tell them is when you do it, make sure the other person is doing it. So I had several times where I step out, and before I go, my daughter is always like, "Where's your face mask? Where's your face mask?" So she reminds me, and that's a sign that responsibility has also increased for the children. They also are missing school and want to really join school again. That is being amazing. Yes, true. They are using their talents to create video songs and art for COVID. That is very true. So, thank you so much, Kristen. I think the network today has not really been the best. A lot of participants have had trouble coming in, staying in, and moving in and out of the meeting. So, I'll send you a request on LinkedIn right now, so we can stay connected on Facebook. Then we'll be coming to the end of the meeting. My name on LinkedIn is Kristen. So I'll do for the others, and we'll share this video recording and the report for those who miss the session so they can watch, and it will be on our YouTube channel. So I'll share the link with all participants that missed the session. And then from there, we'll continue the conversations. And we look forward to having you next week, Monday, for the second session. And the good news is, initially we had planned for a 3 weeks activity, but one of our international board members from India has been inspired by this conversation and the initiative, and she didn't join us today because she's busy with another meeting at work, but she will want us to continue this still on a webinar series and targeting different groups, and she's proposing we talk about the situations for prostitutes, talk about the situations for other vulnerable groups like persons with disabilities, people living with HIV. So we will also do that and also get back to you. And yes, thank you, Kristen. I will try to take off that rude interruption. It was really rude. I don't know why it keeps coming off. I remember I was attending another meeting with a colleague, and a similar thing happened where an account kept coming in with new pictures and stuff. So we'll do that. We'll try to take it off. And it has cost us to lose some participants because I had to reinstate waiting room, and then most of us are not joining. Thank you for joining in today. It was amazing to having you in this conversation. Though I didn't get to see your face or hear your voice, but it's been all good. And thank you. Have a great day. And my love to you, in Kenya, and everyone else. Bye. So I'm on LinkedIn right now. Your picture is the one you went to St. Paul's University, Kenya. Is that you? Okay, good. So I'll just send you a request connection. So let's stay in touch. Bye. Take care. See you next week.